Something has got to change, and it's time. It's time to pivot. Hi, my name is Yolanda, known as Yo, the Virtual Bookkeeper. And today on the channel, we're going to be discussing about me pivoting in my business and things that I have been experiencing, which led me up to my decision. So, I am a bookkeeper for now photographers and videographers. And I decided to niche my bookkeeping business because I was hitting some pitfalls, I would say, when trying to market to a broader audience. So, when you're in business, if you don't have like a specific target and you're like trying to reach like a broad audience, you can kind of stretch yourself thin when you're trying to create the content to get customers. And that's something that I have been experiencing since I've been in business. I originally started as a virtual assistant, and this was during the pandemic. And I was targeting service based like coaches and consultants. And then I decided to go all in with bookkeeping services because I do have an accounting book background. And of course, technology advanced to allow me to be able to do it remotely. So for at least 2 years now, I've been offering bookkeeping services, but I decided that I wanted to niche it down to a specific targeted industry so that number one, it'll make it easier for me to be able to create content. Number two, I know specifically who I am talking to. And number three is just simplifies the process for content creation because I am a solopreneur. And when I came to the realization, it was like, okay, do you want to continue to keep doing things from a broad perspective, or do you want to just go ahead and narrow it down to those that you've been working with? Because I have worked with photographers in the past, and it just made sense. So you're gonna see some changes. You're gonna see possibly business name change. You're gonna see the messaging change. I'm still going to come on this channel and discuss all things entrepreneurship, but this is a part of my journey, my entrepreneur journey, that I have come to that it's time for a change. I have to do things different. And if you're an entrepreneur watching this video, you're going to have the same exact moment when you feel like, okay, everything that I'm doing is just not working and something has to change. And that may be you niching your services to a specific industry. However, this was my decision. Um, and I just wanted to share that because you are going to see a little bit of difference in the messaging. And I want you to be clear on who I'm talking to. But at the same time, I also want to keep it general because I'm an entrepreneur and we need more entrepreneurs discussing the challenges and the changes that they had to go through during their journey. I think social media has glamorized entrepreneurship to be like this quick money thing, and it's not. It's a journey. It is a it's a journey to where you still have to continue to figure things out that's going to work for your business, that's also going to work for your clientele. So my previous clients were photographers, and I was able to like critique certain things specifically for them. And rather than trying to do that for different industries, I just felt like it just made sense. Let's just go ahead and double down on this here. And then if the opportunity presents itself for something different, of course, I'm going to entertain it. But right now, this is the direction that we're going. So if you hear me discussing things about things related to photography or videography, that is the audience that I am speaking to. Those are my ideal clients now. Also, I want to share, I have not been able to be consistent with my YouTube channel because I did take on quite a bit of work, and that pretty much took over most of my content creation because I was so um, preoccupied with client work. Client work is first priority. And so now that things have kind of slowed up for me, I'm able to kind of get back into it, but I had to restructure and reorganize how I'm moving in my business because I'm still a solopreneur. Um, but I am positioning myself to be able to outsource the things that are very time consuming, which is content creation. And that part of me pivoting plays a big part in that as well because my pricing is changing. I have to be able to charge enough to be able to outsource. So I'm looking at my numbers and seeing, okay, am I hitting my profit margins to be able to get to that point? So that's where I am right now in my entrepreneur journey. And once I get to where I can outsource, you're probably gonna get sick of me because I'll be able to produce more because I actually have help. Like it takes a lot when you're having to film and you're having to learn how to edit. Like I'm still learning how to do simple edits when it comes to my content because I want to keep it simple. I'm not trying to overcomplicate it because it's just me. And it is that, and again, it's time. It takes time to be able to do certain things, especially when you're not, that's not your expertise or you're not really familiar with it. Now don't get me wrong, I can catch on quick, but that's just not, I didn't get in business to be a video editor. I got in business to do bookkeeping services and eventually venture into more advanced accounting services, not editing videos. So because I know this as an entrepreneur, I'm positioning myself to make some changes, and that's where the word pivot comes from. You're gonna have to make some changes. You're gonna have to do some things a little different from what you've been doing in order to accomplish what you say you want to accomplish. So for 2026, my goal is to have better systems in place and to position myself to outsource. So I've had to go in and create better workflows for myself. So once I begin to generate more clientele, I'll be able to facilitate that volume because the thing of it is that when most of the leads are reaching out, it's usually for cleanup or catch up work, and that's time consuming. And I need to make sure that I'm able to meet my deadlines and do what I need to do, but still be able to promote my services. And so last year I failed on that. I wasn't able to promote myself because I was too preoccupied with client work. But I didn't have systems in place that facilitated that. So now that I do, it's like, okay, what's next? So it's more of a new identity, but you're gonna see it in real time, and I wanted to share that with you so that you can be aware. These are some changes that's going on in my business, and yeah, so I will definitely be marketing more towards photographers and videographers. And this is for those that are looking to outsource, not looking to be coached on how to do their bookkeeping, but on to outsource, like meaning business has picked up, you have a budget where you can outsource, and you're ready to just do away with handling that particular task in your business. And I am also still creating a community where you can stay plugged in and aware of entrepreneur things as it relates to the entrepreneurship industry. However, I am niching that as well to photographers and videographers. So it's still going to be the plug community, but all of my services are going to be critique to photographers and videographers. So if you are a videographer or a photographer and you're seeing this, please go ahead and sign up for the plug community. And that way, even if you're not on social media, you're still getting awareness about entrepreneurship, things that you need to know as it affects your business. So I'm going to have a QR code on the screen where you can actually go ahead and just scan it, and it'll take you directly to the sign up. If you are in need of services and you want to make sure that you are not falling behind, I do have availability. So again, you will be able to scan the QR code at the end of this video, and it's going to take you directly to my booking link. You can go ahead and schedule your call, and we can see how you can stay plugged in. Okay. I've revised my website. So if you visit my website before, revisit it again, you'll see that it is now critiqued to photographers and videographers. That's part of the pivoting. So everything is slowly in the process changing. So if it has not changed yet, it is in the process of changing. But I just wanted to share, because this YouTube channel is also me sharing my entrepreneur journey, but also discussing about all things entrepreneurship and bookkeeping. Okay. So if this is the type of content that you like to listen to or watch, make sure you go ahead and hit the like button, and make sure you subscribe to my next video that's gonna be uploaded. I'm working towards uploading at least twice a month. The goal was to do 4 times a month, but with client work and revising and rebranding, it's not, it's too much for me to keep up with. And I'm gonna be real with you, I'm not trying to keep myself too busy just to say that I'm busy. But I do want to be able to come on here and spread awareness and add value to your life, especially if you're an entrepreneur and you don't know about bookkeeping. So yeah, make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. So let's stay plugged into financial clarity. Talk to you soon.